Alright, y'all, what's up? We back. You already know what we're here for. We are here for episode 4 of Baddies South. Like always, I gotta thank y'all, especially this week, because y'all did y'all's thing. I think I got like maybe 40 subs this week, but like, I wanna say half of them came like on the first day. So y'all was running it up. I appreciate y'all so much for doing that. We are getting that much closer to 800, or not, yeah, we're getting closer to 800, we're getting closer to 1,000. That's the goal, like I tell you all the time. I'm trying to get this check. I enjoy doing this. I'm glad that y'all are enjoying it. Continuing to subscribe, share, comment. That's cool, because I love commenting. I love talking to y'all about this, because it's cool just to see where everybody else's perspective is and what everybody else is seeing, what everybody else is gathering from the show, because it's just so interesting to hear other people's thoughts. So I appreciate y'all for dropping those in there. I appreciate y'all for subscribing. I appreciate y'all for doing what y'all doing, because it's getting me out to more people. More subs are coming in, so it's all rolling perfectly. But like I said, thumbs it up, drop the comments, let me know what y'all thinking so we can go ahead and get into this review. Let's go. So we get back from the ending of the fight, which we already knew, but it was pretty confirmed. It's pretty much confirmed that Rollie packed Ann up. Like, Rollie was on that ass and was getting her good. Like, she was getting her good. And Ann even said it herself. She was like, Rollie knocked Mario coins out of my head. Like, I wasn't expecting her to get on here and just fuck me up like she did. Like, Ann was, that's why I say I like Ann. She keeps it real. If she wins, she lose, she gonna keep it real. And that's one thing I respect, and that's why I like her, because she keeps it real. Like I said, you can't hate her for that. But so as they started kind of breaking them up and whatnot, Ann went upstairs, I want to say, or either downstairs. She was in the basement, actually. So she was in the basement. Rollie was outside with Slim. Rollie is going off, getting all that shit off her chest. Rollie's the type, once she fights, she got to talk her shit after. So Rollie outside screaming, talking her shit with Slim. And Slim was basically there to be like her, I don't want to say her yes man, but be her, like, her comfort and whatnot. Slim said that she fucked her up, and yes, she was right, she fucked her up, but she said that like probably 10, 15 times to the point where it started getting on my nerves. I'm like, yeah, we know she fucked her up. Like, we know, you don't have to keep saying it. But Ann was basically saying, repeating the same stuff, saying that the reason why she got mad at Rollie was because she had her op, which is Bree, up near her shit. Which we know she didn't have her up near her stuff, but I guess just Ann thinking, okay, she's out of my vision, she might be upstairs by my shit. So I can see where Ann's coming from in that aspect. But as we all know, that's not where Rollie had Bree. But Rollie was basically telling, she's sitting out there screaming still, and Rock joins her at this point, brings her wig. She put the wig back on, she got a blunt out there, she's smoking her weed. Rollie is she's just entertaining, just watching her is so funny to me. But she's saying, like, she's basically saying to Ann out loud, I'm not Bree, I'm not Sway, I'm not Natalie. Like, you've been better off fucking with Natalie than fucking with me. And they always saying the same thing. And Rock was like, she like Ann, but she's like, Ann, like, if you can't fight, just don't talk. And that's what I just said like a couple episodes ago. It's just like how I feel with certain people when they get in fights. If you know you can't fight and you know you don't, well, I ain't gonna say Ann don't want to fight, because she clearly wants to fight. She just can't fight. But other people, like if you watch the Bad Boys show, there's a couple people on there that just be talking shit and can't fight and don't want to fight. Like Will and Dylan, they don't want to fight and can't fight. But why are you talking shit? Like, if you're gonna talk shit, you need to be able to fight. You need to be able to back it up, because if you don't, then you just gonna get fucked up. And like Rock was saying with Ann, like, if you can't fight, just shut up. Just don't say nothing. You don't need to talk. And that's basically what she was saying. But Ann was saying upstairs, it was funny, she on the phone, she on her phone just scrolling through Instagram and stuff, saying that she felt like she got beat up by her grandma for having bad grades in school and whatnot. She had Ann's just funny. She had some funny one-liners. In a way, she was taking it well, like her getting her ass beat, because she knew she did. She owned up to it. But I mean, she had reasonable, valid points as to why she felt the way that she felt. Regardless if it was what was happening or not, it is what it is. It's how she felt in the moment. So then we get Bree. Bree is sitting there talking to Sway. She's calling Sway, telling her that Rollie and Ann just got in that fight. Basically, Sway's excited, obviously. She like, Ann, like, you just making your rounds. Like, you done been in 3 fights and you still keep getting your ass beat. Which I can't even say she got her ass beat by everybody. I feel like with Sway, I don't feel like Sway beat her up. I don't feel like Bree beat her up either. The only one who beat her ass was Rollie. But of course they was excited about that. Bree is confused as to why she even fought Rollie, because she said like, you had an issue with me, not Rollie. And then Bree in the scene too, I don't know, something was just off with me, maybe just from what I'm seeing. I'm like, Bree didn't act like this on her original season. Something about Bree is just not reading off the camera right to me. It just seems a little different, but maybe that's evolution, I don't know. But that's just where we are right now. Ann just went upstairs. We're about to see what else is about to happen. So we get back downstairs and we basically pick him back up with Rollie. And Rollie's still outside screaming and shouting, just venting still. And she's saying that, again, that Ann was talking shit about Jela and Natalie, but mainly she was talking about Jela and saying like, you ain't never said none of this shit to her face. Like, you out here talking shit about her, that's supposed to be your bitch, and you out here talking shit. You ain't never gonna say it to her face. And Rollie's also sitting out there and she's basically saying like, she gonna fuck with, if anybody fucks with her, she gonna fuck them up. And the only person that she ain't got no issue with is Slim. She's saying basically the only person whose back she has is Slim. Anybody else in there that pop shit and do whatever they want to do, they gonna get it from her. Like, anybody in that house can get it but Slim. Which is funny, hold on to that. But Rock is standing there too, and I'm watching Rock, and you know Rock is, any little thing that sounds like she's trying to threaten her in a way, Rock ain't gonna go for it. Rock didn't say nothing, she ain't do nothing, but I could see it in her face. Rock was not feeling that either. But Slim kept saying, too, that she was understanding where Ann was coming from by saying that she didn't want no bitch, that she just fought by her shit. Like I just said, I understand that too. Rollie didn't want to hear it. That pissed her off because she's like, you supposed to be my girl. I don't want to hear you saying you understand anything that's going on with the bitch I just fought. Which in a way is some childish mentality, but I can see both ends. Because Rollie, in this moment, she don't want to hear that shit. Just don't say nothing at this point. Just let her calm down, and then when you calm down, you can tell her what you're trying to say. But Slim is getting back and forth with her, so they start going back and forth. Slim's getting upset because she's like, I'm not even saying that I got her back. I'm just saying I understand why she felt the way that she felt. Which is like what I just said. I feel like I understand that too. Rollie didn't want to hear it. Like, she's like, you supposed to be my bitch, you supposed to have my back. So then Jela get out there, and Jela's sitting out there laughing while they doing this. And then Jela basically asked Rollie and Slim, like, what does she say about me? Like, what does she say? And then they kind of just say, like, she said that you and Natalie was telling her to say shit. And that was kind of the extent of what they were saying. They didn't really elaborate on much. And Jela was saying the same thing, like, okay, so what else? Like, what else? It was like, just go ask her, because I don't know. Rollie, like, I'm just smoke weed and I can't say anything right now. Jayla's like, I need context, because at this point, I don't even know what else, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to ask her, because I don't know what was really said. And Jela was saying in her confessional too, like, Ann was supposed to be her bitch, and she was about to come outside and defend her, and basically was saying, like, whenever they was fighting, Slim was on the side, and she thought, okay, if Slim jump in, I'm gonna jump in for Ann. So that pissed Jela off, because it's fake. In a way, that's some fake shit. Like, you're talking about me, but you smiling in my face, that's fake. So Jela ain't feeling that either, but then we ended up getting another scene, and Rollie's basically saying the same. They still outside, but it's just like cutting different scenes. But Rollie was saying, like, if you're so concerned about your shit, why were you not upstairs? Why are you sitting down here talking to me? Like, go upstairs and get your shit. The next scene shows Slim, and Slim is, in a way, pleading her case to Rollie. Crying and saying, like, I just told you that. I just felt like I understood where she was coming from. Slim, in this moment, I don't know. Somebody told me in the comments and said that she half black or some shit. I don't know. But she talking about like she on some real nigga shit, and she was just trying to tell Rollie like, this is how I feel about the situation. I'm not saying that she was right, but I see where she's coming from. Rollie was like, yeah, okay, she saw her crying and stuff, and she felt like, okay, yeah, that kind of broke her heart a little bit. She didn't want to see her crying and yada yada. So they made up and whatnot. But the whole gist of what I'm saying right now is the whole Slim dropping the N-word. She done dropped the N-word about 50 times in the past 4 episodes. Somebody's swearing up and down that she is half black. If she is half black, I just want to know where I can see it. So if you know, drop that in the comments. Because every time I watch this and every time I hear it and every time I see it, it's just kind of... Because like you can tell when somebody is mixed. Like you can tell somebody's white passing, but you can tell they mixed. Slim to me, she looked white. Like shit, I don't see nothing in her that looked black. Or even has any kind of black affectations with it. So if you know, drop the comments. Let me know where the fuck I can find this out. Because I really want to know. I will actually look at it. But yeah, we're moving on to the next thing. Yo, I didn't mention this last episode, but I'm mentioning it here because we already 25 minutes into the episode. It's 41 minutes on the episode. We 25 minutes in and we ain't seen Natalie yet. We barely got Natalie last week and we barely getting her this week. And that's why the shit is good. I'm not gonna lie to you because everything is starting to feel kind of authentic. But we get Jela and Rock, so they go upstairs to check on Ann. They come off pretty cool, calm, and collected and whatnot. But Rock brings up something that then makes Jela remember that basically Rollie was telling her that Ann was upstairs talking shit. So she's like, yeah, so Rollie told me that she was talking shit about me. What was she saying? And Ann said what? Because she asked me about Jela and Natalie, how I was feeling about it, and I said messy boots because of the shit with Sway and Rock. And Rock was like, how was she being messy? Like, Rock was genuinely confused as to how that was messy, and Jela was too. I don't even understand truly what they're talking about. Ann was saying like, because I guess Rock asked her a question or something, and Jela ended up telling her something about Sway, which riled Rock up to go fight Sway. I don't know. That was just left up in the air. I didn't really get too much clarification on that. But Jela was basically saying, like, if Rock gonna come to me and ask me a question about some shit that I already know, I'm gonna tell her the truth. She said, if I'm basically gonna sit here and not tell her something that I already know, that's messy. Which I agree. Like, I agree with that. Just being real, flat out. If somebody gonna ask me a question about some shit, and I know the answer to it, I'll tell you. And that is just what it is. And what you do with that is what you do with that. And that's what Jela was saying, too. So they go back and forth about that. Anna's basically telling Rock to calm down because Rock is like looking at her like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And just kind of giving her faces and stuff. And Rock and Jela are on the same type of energy, and they both pretty much questioning her like, why is this messy? And you can tell Anna's starting to get defensive, and she's trying to like, in a way, kind of like stand her ground, which you doing it with the wrong two. Because if you're going to have two people in your face and two people at your ass right now, it's not them two. Both them two know how to fight. And both them two will swing first. So, I don't know what she was trying to do there, but she better tread lightly with them two. But Ann basically tells Jela to run it. And that's, like I said, that's why I respect Ann. Like, Ann, no matter who it is, win, lose, draw, she gonna pop her shit. And she gonna say what she gotta say. So basically, she telling Jela and Rock to run it. And Rock is like, what? Like, you just got your ass beat like 50,000 times. We will beat your ass. And I'm not trying to fight you because we are friends. Like, we really like you. And that's the funny thing. You can tell throughout this whole entire, like, debacle. I ain't even call it a scuffle or an argument because it's just like them going back and forth. Jela and Rock both still like Ann. They don't want to have to fight her. And that's what both of them said in this. Ann was basically saying that Jela's just trying to get a storyline and whatnot. And Jela's like, I don't need a storyline. I've been on TV. These people know exactly who I am. And they know exactly who I am, not for doing what you do, getting out here sucking on gas pumps and sucking dick and shit. And they're just going back and forth, taking cheap shots at each other. Jela's saying, like, you done got your ass beat 4 times, or 3 times, we can make it a 4th if you don't shut up, yada, yada, yada. Ann walks away because she's basically saying, like, she don't want to get involved with this. Like, she done been in too many fights, yada, yada, yada. But she go upstairs, Jela's still talking her shit, saying, like, you need to chill out, because if you want to settle the score, we can settle the score. We can duke it out if we need to do it, but that was a funny little scene. It was funny to me because it's just 3 girls, probably the 3 that I like the most. Truth be told, Ann with all the messiness and all the drama that she's bringing and the cloud chasing and whatnot, she owns up to everything. And I have to respect it. Like, I have to respect it. Ann is great TV, if you asking me. Jela and Rock, those 2 been my favorites coming into the show anyways. But yeah, like I said, we ain't had Natalie on the show not one time so far. And we already more than halfway through the episode. I'm sure she about to come now, so let's see. I just realized what irritated me about Bree. She got a black scent too, which is weird to me because I don't feel like it was there before on her last show. And it's funny too because she kind of looked like William. She kind of looked like William from the last season of Bad Boys, and he had a black scent too, so it's deja vu. But anyway, so we get Sway. Sway gets released from urgent care. She gets in the car and she's talking to one of the Zeus producers who was driving her back to the house. Basically talking about she had a scratch on her eyeball and whatnot, but it's nothing too severe. They gave her some eye drops, and them eye drops are starting to clear up her vision. They say within 2 days she'll be fine. She's basically saying, like, if she was having to stay in the house and some shit was fucked up and she came out with an eye patch, she'd have been in the house the entire time. She wouldn't be promoting nothing. She wouldn't be going to no clubs or whatnot until that shit was pretty much healed and she didn't have to wear no eye patch. But we get back to the house. Jela's still tripping out. She asks her where Rock is Because as we know, Chrisean and Jela are like this, which I'm very happy about. That's my two. That's my two this season. Like my two last season was Seven and Janelle, and this is my two this season. So they basically just kind of calming each other down and whatnot. Jela saying like, I don't know why Anne's sitting here trying to press me. Like she really don't know that I'm really with that. Like I'm really gangster like that. And Brock was laughing too because Brock know Jela get down. And that's the thing too because they both were saying, Jela said that she know if Jela ended up hitting Anne, Chrisean was going to end up swinging. And we all know that. We all know that from watching Chrisean on Blue GC and watching her on that other show. I forget what it's called, but it's like one of them YouTube shows too. Chrisean going to fight somebody, especially if she got an issue with you and one of her friends is swinging in too. She's notorious for going and jumping in, which I'm not a fan of no jumping shit. But Chrisean, when it comes to her, it's just like, she can get her one-on-one and she can do what she want to do. It's not like she jumping because she's scared to fight one-on-one. So I'm not worried about that. But they basically was sitting there laughing. I'm sitting there lisping and everything. They basically was sitting there laughing and talking about it. And Rock and Chrisean started checking stuff off. And they started like a list in their head and started checking people off. So they're not fucking with Ann, they're not fucking with Sway, they're not fucking with I think that's it for who they wasn't fucking with. They checked Rollie off as somebody that they was fucking with. They checked Slim off. They checked Natalie off. And then they was like they missing somebody. They couldn't realize who they was missing. And I'm sitting here like Bree. Because truth be told, if I didn't know Bree was on the show, I would have never known that she was on the show. Because like she's the only one so far that has just been like completely in the cut to where you don't even see her at all. Like half the time you don't even know she's there. But they said Christina. They didn't even talk about Bree, so they still don't even know Bree in the house. But as they're doing this, Rollie and Slim come up, and Rollie's laughing and asking them what they're doing and whatnot. And they tell her that we was just doing a checklist and we checking people off the list and whatnot. They all talking about how they ain't fucking with Ann and whatnot. So Rollie then asked Jela and them what happened and whatnot. And basically Jela was saying like she went up there and asked her, and she was saying that she felt like Natalie and Jela gave Chrisean the bone to pretty much go off on Sway and end up firing off on her. And Slim is in her confessional saying that she felt like Jela is messy and saying that she ain't got nothing going for her and she was hyping Chrisean up to go fight her. First of all, Jela got a lot more going on than I'm pretty sure Slim got going on. So I don't know why she's slick mouthing Jela, which is really interesting to me. But like Jela was saying to Rollie, and she kind of brought up like a little hypothetical situation. If Rollie was in a situation where Jela came up to her and was talking shit about Slim, when she know that Slim is Rollie's friend, and she's talking shit about her, and then Slim come and ask her, was she talking shit about me, and I didn't say nothing, you would be mad if Slim would be mad if Rollie didn't tell her when she already knew what Jela was saying. And Rollie was like, yeah, you're right, I would have been mad. But basically, Rollie feels like the two of them, Jela and Natalie, have some kind of weird relationship with Ann. I don't know exactly what she's trying to get at with that, but in a way, I guess she feels like maybe it's set up the whole situation and whatnot. But Jela basically was standing on everything that she was saying. She don't feel like nothing that she did was messy. Rock don't feel like nothing she did was messy. Me, truthfully, I don't feel like what she did was messy. I don't, because I mean, if I'm cool with somebody, I'm gonna tell them the truth, regardless if I'm cool with you or not. If you come to me and tell me something, and somebody asks me a question about what you said, it is what it is. But then Bree comes up and she asking where Natalie at. Rock's basically like, why are you here? Like, why are you here? Bree just seems so out of place. Like, she don't, this is what I'm saying. Like, cause her on her other show, she was super confident. She was super just like out there. Like, we saw her. She was not somebody that she was forgetting was on the show. That's what she is on here, which is interesting. But we about to see what else is about to happen. And here she comes. Natalie is here. Natalie comes and pulls up with Scotty. And as she comes up, this is probably the most scripted scene I've seen so far this season. The Zeus producers come out, and it's kind of like a face-to-face situation with Natalie and Scotty and the Zeus producers. Natalie swearing her phone been going off all day, yada, yada, yada. You know how Natalie is, just being dramatic. And the Zeus producers are saying, like, shit got crazy. Rollie and Ann got into it. They said Ann and Jela got into a fight. They didn't get into a physical fight, but they got into an argument. So Natalie is basically saying, like, this shit gotta stop, yada, yada, yada. It's just like, Natalie, if you trying to be a producer and if you trying to be like a showrunner, just stop being on the TV, because it's not entertaining to watch Natalie sit here and try and act like their mother, because that's what she's kind of giving right now, and I don't like that. I mean, but then Scotty is basically kind of tagging along with Natalie, saying like, we got to stop this, we got to get the energy together and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, look, come on, let's go in here. And y'all bring the energy to kind of get them in a way to calm down or whatever. So they get the girls together, they all come downstairs. And as Ann comes down, because Ann's the last one to come down, she hears Jela and Rock pretty much still talking about what was going on. Jela said something like, Ann said this, and Ann said what? Like, I'm telling you, I can't help but like Ann. Ann keeps it real. She gonna stand her ground regardless. If she up against some people that's gonna fuck her up, she gonna stand her ground, and she did that. Jela and Rock end up getting into it with Ann again, just verbally. Rock don't fuck with Ann at this point. Like, it's completely different than what it was the first 2 episodes. She ain't feeling her. She calling her weird. Jela saying she weird. But then Natalie ends up coming in and she introduces Scotty. Scotty claims that she runs the South. Apparently she's from Charlotte. I ain't never seen her before. She's cute. She's a cute girl. Natalie is saying that she's replacing Christina. So Scotty basically gets in there and says that, fuck all this fighting and stuff that y'all doing. We here to get money. I'm here to help y'all get money, whatnot. Rock was not feeling that. Rock said, like, I don't need you to help me get money. Like, if I want to get money, I can get money myself. Rock was not feeling her. We all know how Rock is when it comes to new people. Rock got up and she was pressing her and whatnot. Scotty was in a way trying to come back with Rock. But Rock was taking over the room, as she always do. Like, Rock was having some funny moments that I ain't really going to talk about, because it was just funny. It was just funny. But Natalie swears that Scotty was standing her ground, which to me, I don't feel like she really was. But she was, I mean, in a way, she was backing her own shit. So respects to her right here in this moment. But it ends on a cliffhanger with Rock and Scotty kind of going back and forth. It's probably not going to be much of nothing, but we're going to see. So then the promo that we got for next week, it looks like it could be kind of decent. And when I say kind of decent, I don't know exactly, because not much crazy happened besides Natalie having a little temper tantrum on the bus, telling the bus driver to pull the bus over and whatnot. So we'll see what happens there. So far, I mean, I feel like the episode was pretty decent. I mean, like I said, it was spliced together pretty well. Nothing was spent too much on one particular scene. This episode was kind of like the filler episode, if you want to be real. But there was still a lot to talk about. So I'm still saying we on the road. 4 for 4 with Zeus right now. Let me know what y'all think. Drop them comments down below. I'm pretty sure we got some controversial, at least probably me, I had a controversial opinion this episode when it comes to Ann and the shit. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all's opinions are. Drop those comments, subscribe, like the video, share the video, follow me on my socials if you want to continue the conversation. Do that there or do that in them comments, and I will see y'all next week. Peace.